Life has this funny way of throwing curveballs at us. One day, everything's going great, and the next, it feels like the world's crashing down. But here's the thing, your circumstances don't define you. They don't get to decide how far you'll go or how high you'll rise. That power, that's all yours. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt stuck? Like no matter what you do, you're just spinning your wheels, going nowhere. Yeah, we've all been there. But here's the secret, getting unstuck isn't about waiting for the perfect moment or hoping for a miracle. It's about taking control, one small step at a time. Think about it. When you're faced with a challenge, what's the first thing you do? Do you focus on the problem, or do you focus on the solution? See, the difference between those who rise above their circumstances and those who stay stuck is simply it's all about perspective. You've got to train your mind to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Instead of saying, "Why is this happening to me?" start asking, "What can I learn from this?" or "How can I use this to grow?" Because here's the truth, every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every failure is just a stepping stone to success. But let's be realists, not always easy. There will be days when you feel like giving up. Days when the weight of your circumstances feels too heavy to carry. And on those days, I want you to remember this, you are stronger than you think. You've already survived of your worst days. That's proof that you can handle whatever comes your way. Now, here's the game changer, take action. Don't just sit there waiting for things to get better. Start small. Maybe it's setting a goal for the day. Maybe it's reaching out to someone who can help. Maybe it's just deciding to believe in yourself a little more. Because when you take action, you take back control. And when you take control, you start to rise. And don't forget, you're not alone. We all face challenges. We all have moments when we feel like we're not enough. But those moments don't define us. What defines us is how we respond. So choose to rise. Choose to keep moving forward, even when it's hard. Because on the other side of your struggle is a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of you. So what's it going to be? Are you going to let your circumstances hold you back, or are you going to rise above them? The choice is yours. And I promise you, if you keep pushing, keep believing, and keep taking action, you'll get there. Every step you take is a step closer to the life you deserve. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you. Rising above your circumstances isn't just about big, dramatic changes. It's about the little things, the small habits you build every single day. Think about it, what's one thing you can do today that will make tomorrow a little easier? Maybe it's waking up minutes earlier to plan your day. Maybe it's writing down 3 things you're grateful for before bed. Or maybe it's simply deciding to smile more even when things feel tough. These small actions might seem insignificant, but over time they add up. They create momentum. And before you know it, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're creating a life that's not defined by your circumstances, but by your choices. And speaking of choices, let's talk about the people you surround yourself with. You've probably heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Well, it's true. The people around you have a huge impact on your mindset, your energy, and your ability to rise above challenges. So, take a moment to think about your circle. Are they lifting you up, or are they holding you back? Are they encouraging you to grow, or are they dragging you down with negativity? If it's the latter, it might be time to make some changes. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you, and who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. And here's another thing, don't be afraid to ask for help. Sometimes we get so caught up in trying to do everything on our own that we forget we don't have to. There's no shame in reaching out to someone who's been where you are, someone who can offer guidance, support, or even just a listening ear. Remember, rising above your circumstances is a solo journey. It's a team effort. And the more you lean on your support system, the stronger you'll become. Now, let's talk about mindset. Because at the end of the day, your mindset is everything. It's the lens through which you see the world. And if that lens is clouded with negativity, self-doubt, or fear, it's going to be a lot harder to rise above your circumstances. So how do you shift your mindset? It starts with awareness. Pay attention to your thoughts. Are they helping you or hurting you? Are they pushing you forward or holding you back? Once you're aware of your thought patterns, you can start to change them. For example, instead of thinking, "It'll never be good enough," try thinking and growing every day, and that's enough. Instead of saying, "This is too hard," say, "This is challenging, but I can handle it." It might feel awkward at first, but over time, these small shifts in your thinking will make a big difference. And here's a pro tip: visualize your success. Close your eyes and imagine yourself rising above your circumstances. Picture yourself achieving your goals, living your dreams, and being the best version of yourself. Feel the emotions that come with that success: the joy, the pride, the gratitude. Why does this work? Because your brain can't tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined. When you visualize your success, you're training your brain to believe it's possible. And when you believe it's possible, you're more likely to take the actions that will make it a reality. And don't forget to celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Did you get out of bed this morning, even though you didn't feel like it? That's a win. Did you take one small step toward your goal today? That's a win. Celebrate those moments, because they're proof that you're moving forward. Finally, let's talk about patience. Because rising above your circumstances doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey, and like any journey, it takes time. There will be ups and downs, twists and turns, and moments when you feel like you're not making progress. But here's the thing: progress isn't always visible. Sometimes it's happening beneath the surface, in the small, quiet moments when you're doing the work, even when no one's watching. So be patient with yourself. Trust the process. And remember, every step you take, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to the life you want. Now, I want to leave you with this thought: you have everything you need to rise above your circumstances. The strength, the courage, the resiliency, it's all within you. All you have to do is believe in yourself, take action, and keep going. Because here's the truth: your circumstances are just a chapter in your story, not the whole book. And you're the author. So write a story worth reading. Let's talk about the power of small wins. Sometimes when we're facing big challenges, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. We look at the mountain in front of us and think, "How will I ever climb this?" But here's the thing: you don't have to climb the whole mountain at once. You just have to take one step at a time. Celebrate those small wins. Did you make your bed today? When? Did you take a few minutes to plan your day? When? Did you take a deep breath and remind yourself that you've got this? Hey, when? Those small victories add up, and before you know it, you're halfway up the mountain. Now, let's talk about the importance of self-reflection. Life moves fast, and it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle without taking a moment to pause and reflect. But self-reflection is where growth happens. It's where you can assess what's working, what's not, and what changes you need to make. Set aside a few minutes each day to reflect. Ask yourself, what went well today? What could I have done better? And what's one thing I'm proud of? These questions help you stay grounded, focused, and aligned with your goals. And here's something else to consider: your words matter. The way you talk to yourself has a huge impact on your mindset and your ability to rise above challenges. If you're constantly telling yourself, I can't do this or I'm not good enough, you're setting yourself up for failure. Flip the script. Start speaking to yourself with kindness and encouragement. Instead of saying, I can't, say, you'll try. Instead of saying, I'm not good enough, say, I'm learning and growing every day. When you change your words, you change your mindset. And when you change your mindset, you change your life. Now let's talk about the power of patience. In a world where everything moves at lightning speed, it's easy to feel like you're falling behind if you're not seeing immediate results. But here's the truth, real growth takes time. Think about a tree. It doesn't grow overnight. It takes years of steady growth, of weathering storms, of reaching for the sun. And yet, over time, it becomes strong, resilient, and unshakable. You're like that tree. Your growth might not always be visible, but it's happening. Be patient with yourself. And don't forget to enjoy the journey. It's easy to get so focused on the destination that you forget to appreciate where you are right now. But the journey is where the magic happens. It's where you learn, grow, and become the person you're meant to be. So, take a moment to look around. Appreciate how far you've come. Celebrate the progress you've made, no matter how small. Because every step forward is a step in the right direction. Now, let's talk about the importance of boundaries. Rising above your circumstances often means saying no to things that don't serve you. It means setting boundaries with people, habits, and situations that drain your energy or hold you back. It's not always easy to set boundaries, especially if you're someone who likes to please others. But here's the thing, you can't pour from an empty cup. Setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's necessary. It's how you protect your energy, your time, and your peace of mind. Start small. Say no to one thing that doesn't align with your goals or values. Protect your time by setting limits on distractions. And remember, it's okay to put yourself first. When you set boundaries, you create space for the things that truly matter. Now, let's talk about the power of curiosity. When you're faced with a challenge, it's easy to feel defeated. But what if, instead of seeing it as a problem, you saw it as an opportunity to learn? Approach challenges with curiosity. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or how can I grow from this experience? When you shift your perspective from frustration to curiosity, you open yourself up to new possibilities. And here's the beautiful thing, curiosity keeps you young. It keeps you open-minded, adaptable, and eager to explore. So stay curious. Ask questions. Seek out new experiences. And never stop learning. Now let's talk about the importance of balance. Life is a juggling act, and if you're not careful, it's easy to drop the ball. But here's the thing, you don't have to do it all. Find balance in your life. Make time for work, but also make time for play. Pursue your goals, but don't forget to enjoy the present moment. When you find balance, you create a life that's not just successful, but also fulfilling. And here's something else to consider, your health is your wealth. You can't rise above your circumstances if you're not taking care of your body and mind. So prioritize your health. Eat well, move your body, and get enough sleep. When you take care of yourself, you're better equipped to handle whatever life throws your way. You have more energy, more focus, and more resilience. So, make your health a priority. It's the foundation for everything else. Now, let's talk about the power of forgiveness. Holding on to grudges, resentment, or past mistakes only weighs you down. It keeps you stuck in the past, unable to move forward. Forgiveness isn't about excusing someone else's behavior. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of anger and pain. When you forgive, you let go of the past and create space for new beginnings. And don't forget to forgive yourself too. We all make mistakes. We all have moments we're not proud of. But those moments don't define you. What defines you is how you move forward. So, let go of the past and give yourself permission to start fresh. Finally, let's talk about the power of hope. Hope is what keeps us going when things get tough. It's the belief that things can and will get better. No matter how dark things may seem, hold on to hope. Remind yourself that this is just a chapter in your story, not the whole book. And know that with time, effort, and belief, you can create a brighter future. So keep hoping, keep dreaming, and keep taking action. Because when you combine hope with action, you create unstoppable momentum. Let's talk about the power of focus. In a world full of distractions, staying focused on your goals can feel like an uphill battle. But here's the thing, when you focus your energy on what truly matters, you create momentum that's hard to stop. Start by identifying your priorities. What's most important to you right now? What's one thing you can do today that will move you closer to your goals? When you focus on your priorities, you cut through the noise and make progress. And here's a tip to eliminate distractions. Whether it's turning off notifications, setting boundaries with your time, or creating a dedicated workspace, small changes can make a big difference. When you create an environment that supports your focus, you set yourself up for success. Now let's talk about the importance of self-compassion. We're often our own worst critics, quick to point out our flaws and slow to acknowledge our strengths. But here's the truth, you're human. You're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you'd offer a friend. When you stumble, remind yourself that it's part of the process. When you feel overwhelmed, give yourself permission to take a break. Self-compassion isn't about letting yourself off the hook, it's about recognizing that you're doing the best you can. And here's something else to consider, your energy is contagious. The way you show up in the world has a ripple effect on those around you. When you bring positivity, enthusiasm, and kindness, you inspire others to do the same. So be mindful of the energy you're putting out into the world. Choose to be a source of light, even on your darkest days. Because when you lift others up, you lift yourself up too. Now let's talk about the power of simplicity. Sometimes we overcomplicate things. We create elaborate plans, set unrealistic expectations, and pile on unnecessary pressure. But here's the thing, simplicity is often the key to success. Break things down into small, manageable steps. Focus on one thing at a time. And don't be afraid to let go of what's not serving you. When you simplify, you create clarity. And when you have clarity, you can move forward with confidence. And here's a reminder, you don't have to do it all. It's okay to ask for help, to delegate, or to say no. Simplifying your life is about doing less, it's about doing what matters most. Now, let's talk about the power of gratitude. Gratitude is more than just a feeling, it's a mindset. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your perspective from lack to abundance. Start a gratitude practice. Every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big, they can be as simple as a sunny day, a good meal, or a kind word from a stranger. When you make gratitude a habit, you'll start to notice more and more things to be grateful for. And here's the beautiful thing, gratitude is contagious. When you express gratitude, you inspire others to do the same. You create a ripple effect of positivity that can transform your relationships, your mindset, and your life. Now let's talk about the importance of self-belief. Belief in yourself is the foundation of everything you do. Without it, even the smallest challenges can feel insurmountable. But here's the thing, self-belief isn't something you're born with. It is something you cultivate. And you cultivate it by taking action, by proving to yourself that you're capable, and by celebrating your wins, no matter how small. So start small. Set a goal, take action, and celebrate your progress. Every time you achieve something, no matter how small, you're building your self-belief. And over time, that belief will grow into unshakable confidence. Now, let's talk about the importance of connection. We're not meant to go through life alone. Connection is what gives our lives meaning, purpose, and joy. Nurture your relationships. Reach out to loved ones, spend quality time with friends, and connect with people who inspire you. When you build strong connections, you create a support system that helps you rise above your circumstances. And don't forget to connect with yourself too. Take time to check in with your thoughts, your feelings, and your needs. When you're connected to yourself, you're better equipped to navigate life's challenges. Now let's talk about the power of intention. Every action you take starts with an intention. When you set clear intentions, you create a roadmap for your life. Start each day by setting an intention. What do you want to focus on? How do you want to show up in the world? When you live with intention, you create a life that's aligned with your values and your goals. And here's a tip: write your intentions down. When you put them on paper, you make them real. You create a tangible reminder of what you're working toward. And that reminder can keep you motivated, even on the toughest days. Finally, let's talk about the power of action. Ideas are great, but without action, they're just thoughts. Action is what turns dreams into reality. So take action. Start small. Do one thing today that moves you closer to your goals. When you take action, you create momentum. And when you create momentum, you create unstoppable progress. So here's the truth: your circumstances don't define you. They don't get to decide how far you go or how high you rise. That power is yours, and yours alone. Every challenge you face, every setback you overcome, and every small step you take is proof that you're capable of greatness. You've got the strength to rise above anything life throws at you. You've got the resilience to keep going, even when it feels impossible. And you've got the power to create a life that's not defined by your struggles, but by your triumphs. So, what's your next move? What's one thing you'll do today to take control of your life and move closer to your dreams? Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step, believe in yourself, and keep going. Because the life you deserve isn't just a dream, it's a possibility. And it's waiting for you to claim it. So go out there, rise above your circumstances, and make it happen. The world is waiting for the unstoppable force that is you.